Treadray. He's the Brownlow favourite. And it's been play like that that has got him to that stature and that height of being the Brownlow favourite.
Well, he has. As you mentioned early on, Mick, he sacrificed his game today, but now he's getting his rewards, kicking a couple of goals late in this last quarter.
So dangerous left and right, and he's able to turn very quickly for a big man and puts enormous pressure on his opponent. Those goals don't surprise me because he can kick, as I say, left and right side, and he's a great snap for goal.
And once again, the passage of play straight out of the middle for Port.
Margin 49 points. Brogan again favoured, this time by the bounce. Peter Burgoyne, was he pushed in the back? No. Cassisi met hard by Steve Johnson. Ball spills free. Pilaritis. Maloney. Now Graham. Able to get it to Bartell, who hoists it high. Corn stands underneath it and takes a very good mark.
50 metres.
Oh, 50 metres. Late contact against Kingsley. And let's have a close look at this. Oh, yeah. So the umpire right on the scene there, umpire Alice. And there's 50 metres coming.
And the book, I think.
He's been reported.
Finals football.
What a time to be reported too, right at the death with a final next week.
Been a pretty disciplined game by Port, Mick. I mean, we just see a lot of their forward structure. They're huddling for each other. They've stuck to their game plan to give their forwards every opportunity.
Yeah, I think they've learned very well from the disappointment of the last couple of seasons. I really believe that they're hardened. They seem to have a lot more resolve in their overall play, and that comes about by discipline.
Kingsley giving away the 50 metre. Now it's the chance for the Cats as Corns kicked it forward. Hunt, Ling, good little hands to Corey. Now Joel Corey's got 20 metres in front of him. He runs to 50. Delivers long and hard. Kingsley going back with Corns. What a one, whoever that was. Reeled it in with the one arm. And Chad Corns again will relieve the pressure for the power.
In the bigger picture of things, the other thing this does is ensure that Brisbane have to come to Melbourne for their preliminary final, which will be against either Geelong or Essendon. So that's the bonus for Port. So Port will be at home for their preliminary, and I know that Brisbane have to travel.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make a great deal of difference to Brisbane, though, does it? I think they play just neatly as well anyway.
There's an important little meeting at the Tribunal on Tuesday night, which might have an influence.
Yes, and this one will too. Make no mistake about it.
Short kick out onto the wing, and there's Treadray enjoying the moments in the sunshine here in Adelaide these last few moments because of the pain and suffering on this particular weekend that Port Adelaide have gone through over the past couple of years. He held on for a long time there, Maloney. There's Treadray again feeding it out straight to Ling, who's caught plenty this afternoon. Spriggs, Maloney smothered, the ricocheting, the Burgoyne.
I think both coaches at this stage would be hoping the siren goes very, very quickly so there's no more damage or any damage done to their playing group. It's out of Geelong's grasp. They've got no hope from here at scoreline. And it's I know I've been through this one myself where you sit there and you think, well, just get that siren going.
There's Steve Johnson again, who's certainly been a fine player. Kingsley, of course, and quite a slugfest in the last quarter between those two. Corns wins the day again.
So what are you thinking at this stage, Mick? If you're a senior coach, does Mark Williams take a Treadray off the ground and Chad Corns off the ground?
Well, I would be. I don't like trying to say things what other coaches should do, but when you look at some benches when sides have got control, inevitably it's their best players, the ones you can't do without. And Treadray and Corns have been outstanding all year, not just today, all year. So if you've got some players that can go into their positions, do so.
Peter Burgoyne coming off for Port. Geelong have got the added worry of Ablett on the bench, as Andrew suggested. Treadray coming off, is he? Looked like he might have been for a while there, Sos.
They did, actually.
Steve Johnson beaten for it by Kingsley. High. That's a mark.
He's been good, Steve Johnson.
He has.
He's been clearly their best player.
21 possessions, 2 goals, 2.
Darren Muldoon's been very good. We'll get something out of this game.
Montgomery. That's what's ahead of him. And Port just prepared to wind the clock down. They've got this game well and truly in their keeping. Hardwick on the lead. Don't often see that. Spent most of his career across half-back, Damien Hardwick, with his mark at half-forward. Again, just allowing the seconds to tick by. Kicks deep into the pocket. Laid. Well done by Playfair. Got a fist in there. Kasisi. Laid scoops it up. Dew. Kane Corns in support. Sweeps it out wide. Marnie inside attacking. 50. Pickett comes to it. Collision. Pickett just went straight through Sanderson. Then gives it up to Spriggs. Sanderson's up and about.
Sanderson initiated that contact, but still came off second best.
Milburn tries to keep it in, but he's unsuccessful. And the boundary umpire bounds up from 50 metres away. And there's the contact. Both players had eyes for each other. Good solid hit, but Brendan Sanderson straight up on his feet. Boundary throw in. Brogan, Mooney. Maloney tries to crash his way through. He's brought down immediately and will get a bounce.
So we're going through the motions now, late in this qualifying final. It is Port Adelaide that have qualified for a preliminary final. Brogan, Montgomery, Corns. Time for one more. Jared Schofield thinks so. He knows so.
What a wonderful ball to finish off Jared Schofield. Once he's inside 50, he's running towards goal. Very rarely does he miss. Just knows how to measure him.
So it's going to be a mighty good scoreline in the end for Port Adelaide. 18-9 it reads at the moment, 1-1-7. And Geelong 9-8-62 with a few worries going into next week. The injury down on Ablett, the report on Kingsley. Port Adelaide and Mark Williams have got a couple of weeks to work out their strategy for the preliminary final against either Sydney or St Kilda.
I'm surprised they haven't used Graham in the ruck, Steve.
Yeah, I thought they would have. He's been out of sorts today. But he hasn't been able to find the ball. A lack of supply may have been the reason to it, but they've been absolutely smashed out of the middle, Geelong. Maybe his mobility around the ground may have helped him.
Umpire letting it go here, and eventually it spills out to Corey. Bartel. And a good mark taken in front by Haynes, but there it is. Port Adelaide have finally got the monkey off the back. They win a qualifying final and now will host a home preliminary final in 2 weeks' time as they surge towards their first premiership. And a wonderful performance today from Port Adelaide, particularly in the first half and more particularly in the second quarter where they just dominated proceedings.